What is the goal of almost every trans woman? The number one goal, or one of the top goals in life for almost every trans woman. I won't go too broad. I'll say almost every, though I wouldn't be surprised if that was every trans woman. To pass, close. To eat food, that as well, but not exactly what I'm asking. Being happy, that definitely applies to all of them, I would hope. Big Pokemon card collection, be Pog AF, to be considered a woman. Makochi, you are fucking right. To be considered a woman. To feel as though society views them as a woman. We're talking about trans women this time, by the way, because this drama is specifically about trans women. It is to be seen as women. For society to view them as women. So, unfortunately, we've had a bit of a massive clusterfuck of drama occur because, believe it or not, March is Women's History Month. And obviously, when a big, progressive month comes around, all of the brands like to do a little bit of a virtue signaling post about it, which is fine. I do unironically like when brands attempt to mutually benefit from pushing more of a progressive idea, and also sort of like normalizing certain identities and groups at the same time as that. But they did it in probably the worst way imaginable. I can't imagine what possessed their brains to make them think this was a good idea. They've since deleted this tweet, so I had to find an archive of it. As a matter of fact, can we zoom out on this? Because it's a little bit too zoomed in. There we go. A tweet from popular streaming service Twitch says, March is... I'm sorry, I pronounce it Womxn. I feel like Womxn is the best way to pronounce this, okay? It's Womxn. Womxn's History Month. Join us in celebrating and supporting all the Womxn, creating their own worlds, building their communities, and leading the way on Twitch. And then there was a link to a video in which it was only a minute long, and it's just a few female streamers, not really any big ones. It wasn't any big female streamers, not like Pokimane or Valkyrae or what have you. It was much smaller streamers that were women, and a couple of trans women, if I remember correctly. I saw a saved version of the video earlier. Now I want to mention, by the way, quite a few of the women in the video, including the trans women in the video, were not aware that Twitch was going to subtitle it with Womxn rather than women, and were also not aware that Twitch was just going all in with the Womxn thing. They didn't know that. And a lot of them tweeted about it, shitting on Twitch for how dumb that was. Now, why is this dumb? Well, for starters, I want to make this very clear. I was really surprised that Twitch thought this was progressive because I've only ever heard these terms used by TERFs. Okay? I've only ever used these terms by TERFs, okay? I want you to hypers, if you've ever heard Womxn before, as well as women. Have you heard these two terms before? Wait, can I move this over a little bit? There we go. I've heard these terms before, and not used by progressive or pro-trans people, not in my fucking life. I've always heard these terms used by TERFs. Do you want to know why I heard these terms used by TERFs? Because TERFs care so fucking much about chromosomes. Holy shit. If you think, oh my god, TERFs care more about chromosomes than a fucking biologist would. So I've heard these terms used by TERFs, and Womxn would be used to refer to cis women by TERFs. And the reason they use this term to refer to cis women is because, typically speaking, cis women have two X chromosomes. So, like, the meme is, or the reason they used it, was because the X in Womxn signified the 2X chromosomes that most cis women have. Obviously, we're all big brain, progressives here, so we know that sex is bimodal, not binary. So we know that there are probably trans women out there that have 2X chromosomes, or, there are cis women out there who do not have 2X chromosomes because there's a shit ton of different intersex, combinations of chromosomes. Now, you've probably definitely heard woman used before for trans women, and that is because, as you can probably fucking guess, wait, do you want to not paint? There we go. I'll never stop using paint. I'll never stop using paint. They use woman to refer, almost sarcastically, by the way. They don't use it like in like a genuine sense, of course. They refer to trans women as women because of the XY chromosomes that males typically have, and they consider trans women to be males, right? So it was really weird because when I first saw this from Twitch, I thought Twitch was doing a turf move. I thought Twitch was like siding with the turf somehow and using turf language. Now, obviously what they did was very dumb. I don't think it was done in bad faith. I think it was done mostly with the sake of increasing brand, what's the word for it? Good faith towards the brand, right? But they ended up going against the claim that they were making in essentially otherizing trans women, right? Because this just makes trans women feel like they're not women like everybody else, like every other woman, right? They just want to be normal. Trans women just want to be normal. And when you do shit like this, it doesn't make them feel normal. When you have to like make a whole new word, or sorry, goodwill, thank you, goodwill, not good faith, defenestrator. When you make a whole new word so you can be inclusive to trans women, it doesn't make trans women feel included. Are there any trans women watching right now that felt included by Twitch making up a whole new word to refer to trans women rather than just calling them what they are? Women? There's none. Not a single one in here. Also, from what I've heard, apparently the Womxn thing, the reason why that word exists is apparently from like TERFs and radfems using it to take the word men out of women, which is diabolically cringy. Okay, I have no other word to describe that, but Twitch ended up backpedaling on it, obviously. Like, the same day they backpedaled on it because the sheer amount of shit they got for it. Not just from the left, by the way, but we'll get to that in a minute. Twitch. While we originally wanted to use a word that acknowledges the shortcoming of gender binary language after hearing directly from you, including members of the LGBTQIA+, that is a long acronym. Can we just use LGBT as like a shorthand? I know that wait, hold on. Here's the problem that I have with including like this much of this acronym. Hold on. So obviously lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, queer. What's the I stand for? Fuck, I forget what the I stands for. What's the I stand for, chat? Help me. Intersex. And what's the A stand for? Shit, I forget. Fuck, God help me. What's the A stand for? Asexual, obviously. Asexual, right? I don't know. I feel like LGBT plus just kind of includes it. Chat saying just use queer? Yeah, I guess, but it feels weird. I don't think, to be fair, as like as normalized and taken back the word queer has become, I feel like it wouldn't be a good idea to use that word in their tweet just after this drama happened that made a lot of particularly trans women feel like they were being excluded or othered by the term Womxn, right? I don't feel like that would have been a good time to use it. The LGBTQIA plus community on Twitch will be using the spelling women moving forward. Thank God. We want to assure you that we have and will continue to work with the LGBTQIA plus community. We're still learning. Our good intentions don't always equate to positive impact, but we're committed to growing from these experiences, doing better, and ensuring we're inclusive to all. So pretty good, like, public relations tweet, trying to get the heat off their backs. Obviously, what do you expect? Big company. They realized they fucked up and that it was generating a lot of hate towards their company. But the real victim in all of this is not Twitch. Twitch getting dunked on for this, they are not the real victim in this. You know who are the real victims of this drama? And typically when any topic like this comes up, are also the real victims? Guess who? Trans people. Particularly trans women are going to be the biggest victims of this, because this entire drama has given every transphobic dumbfuck content creator another round of ammo that they can shoot at trans people. That's what this drama has done. Every single time a brand does some, like, shit that in the long run maybe normalizes a particular group a bit more, but really is just sort of a virtue signal to raise goodwill towards their company. The Oreos tweeting trans people exist thing, the Twitch doing this, the Mr. Potato Head rebrand, stuff like that. All it does in the long run, tangibly speaking, is give reactionaries ammo to use to harass trans people and continue to make people on the internet hate trans people. And that hate, I promise you, the outcome, the negative outcome of that hate generated by reactionaries towards trans people has a much bigger impact than the small amount of normalization that these brands recognizing trans people actually causes. Does anyone disagree? Does anybody in chat disagree? Anybody? I'm actually very curious to see if anyone disagrees. I'm not gonna, like, shit on you if you do. Like, I genuinely want to know if anyone disagrees with that. Yeah. Yeah, no. No one here disagrees with me, thankfully. Okay. I genuinely think that in the long term, this is just going to be another fucking bullet used to fire at trans people. And that's what I think the worst thing about this drama is all this did was make Twitch look dumb and give ammo to transphobes to say, look at trans people trying to make up new words because they can't stand facts, that there's only men and women, so they're trying to create Womxn. Isn't that, like, right? And they're going to continue to do that, and no matter how wrong they are, people are going to continue to buy it, and trans people are going to suffer from it. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. It makes me really sad. Try to do better next time, Twitch, and for the love of God, maybe run this past way more people before you do something like this. Any brands in the future, please run a post like this past, like, way more people to give it the thumbs up in the future, because I feel like maybe 3 people agreed to make this on the decision to make that tweet, and I think we all know what happened. It did not go well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring the bell icon, join my fan Discord so you actually get notified whenever I upload or go live or anything like that. You can also donate or subscribe to me through my website, super chat, or hit the join button to become a member on YouTube, or even, if you want to, donate to me through Streamlabs directly, or hit subscribe to become a Patreon sub from the link in the description as well. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.